Hi everybody, this is foXnoMad, and today I want to help you travel smarter by answering the question of which drone should you get in 2019. So we're here at the end of 2019, and if you're shopping for a consumer drone, you've probably checked out DJI. They make the most popular consumer drones, and if you've been looking around, you probably have noticed that they haven't really come out with a new product in a long time. And when I say not really come out with a new product, I mean they're pretty much their standard line of drones has stayed relatively the same over the last year. Now, drone releases, unlike other tech like phones or laptops, they don't come out at a regular basis, and that's because there are some serious physical constraints to making a drone. So the larger the drone is, the bigger the battery you're going to get, the more powerful it can be, so the more powerful motors can handle more elements. You can fly them higher, faster, and in more conditions, so whether it's windy or not, that will help keep the camera stable and so on. So a bigger drone means a bigger battery, so the drone can fly longer and it can handle a lot more different weather situations. Problem there is that makes the drone a lot bigger and a lot heavier, and people want smaller and smaller drones, obviously. And because of all of those physical constraints, that means that drone manufacturers have a slower release cycle than a phone. So a phone doesn't have to worry about flying in the sky. It doesn't have the same constraints as a propeller-based drone does. So you can get these incremental updates like on a GoPro or on an iPhone. You can get those on a regular basis every year. Whereas with drones, it's very difficult for them to tweak small things because they've always got these physical constraints and these battery constraints on the other hand. So the way DJI tackles this problem is by basically breaking up their consumer drones into 3 different categories, more or less. You've got the really big drones like the Phantom, which is a very powerful drone. It's got a very big battery, but it's very bulky and it can collapse down, so it's a large drone to carry. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you've got the really small drones. So you've got the DJI Spark and you've got the Air. Those are a lot smaller drones, but they come with smaller batteries and weaker motors. And in the middle, you've got the Mavic series, which have foldable arms. They give you really good quality in terms of video, good battery life. They're not quite as big as those big end drones, and they're not quite as small as the other drones, but they give you this nice in-between, which gives you great quality, good battery life, a strong motor, foldable arms, so it makes it pretty portable, and those are great. The thing is, if you're looking at drones, you'll probably have noticed that there hasn't been a new Mavic out in more than a year. So going down the Mavic line, there's the original Mavic, which you can still get in some countries through DJI's website, which is this drone right here. This came out in 2016. You can still actually order this drone new from DJI's website. It's still a great drone. It's the drone that I use on a regular basis. Then later DJI came out with the Mavic Platinum, which is sort of a refresh of this particular drone. Then you've got the Mavic Pro and the Mavic Zoom. So essentially the Mavic Pro has a much bigger sensor. It's got a lot more video capability. You've got the Mavic Zoom, which comes with a zoom lens. The sensor isn't quite as good as the Pro, but it's better than the Mavic 1. So we've got all these drones out. So which drone should you get? So if you're looking for one of those small end drones, so the Mavic Air or the Mavic Spark, and you want really to get the smallest drone possible, you just want to use it to take selfies every now and then and maybe some small drone shots around when you're traveling or where you live, then I would hold off until October 30th because DJI is going to be releasing the Mavic Mini, which is the latest version of their small end drone, coming out, probably going to be announced on October 30th. If you're looking for one of those smaller drones, then you should definitely hold off until that announcement. That drone is likely to be less than 250 grams, which for a lot of people who already have drones know that 250 grams is essentially around the world. It's usually the weight limit of where you have to register a drone. So if you've got my DroneMate app, I'll link to that down there. You know that the laws around the world typically differentiate drones that are above 250 grams and those that weigh less than 250 grams. More than 250 grams is just pretty much all consumer drones at this point. Those need to be registered, a lot of rules and laws. But if this new Mavic Mini comes out and it's like 245 grams, then it's going to get around at least a lot of the current registration rules for many countries around the world. So it's definitely worth waiting to hold off to get that drone. Now, if you're looking at the Mavic series, The rumors are that the latest Mavic is going to come out probably in January, or at least the announcement is going to be January 2020. So you're a lot better off looking at trying to get one of the existing Mavics. If you're in one of those countries that can get the original Mavic 1 at a deal of around, $600-700, then I think that's a great drone. You've got a great deal there. I wouldn't look at the Mavic Air because the Mavic Air is not really a polished product quite yet. I think the Mavic Air 2 is probably going to be great whenever if that comes out. But right now, if I were going to spend about $600-700, I would recommend that you take a look at the Mavic 1 or the Mavic Platinum. If you want to spend just a little bit more, around $1,200, then the Mavic Zoom is going to be a great choice for a lot of people. The Mavic Pro is really pushing that sort of high-end, closer to professional grade video level. And I think for a consumer drone, unless you really are into drone videos and you really want to make a lot of high quality drone videos, I think for a lot of travelers, it's probably overkill. And if you wait just until January, then the price of the existing higher end Mavics is going to go down. You can probably get a better deal. If I were you, if I was shopping around right now and I just want a drone to travel with and maybe take a couple of cool videos, and I'm looking at the Mavic series, then I'd probably just go with the Mavic Platinum or the Mavic Zoom in terms of the price. I wouldn't pay the close to $2,000 to get that Mavic Pro unless you're somebody who really is into making drone videos, like high quality drone videos in the most portable package you can get. If you're looking for really the smallest portable drone, it's just going to be a cool addition to the things that you already travel with, then I would hold off until October 30th and get that Mavic Mini, or at least take a close look at that. Personally, I'm really excited to see if that is less than 250 grams. It's going to make it a lot easier for people to travel with their drones. And I'm also curious to see what the laws and regulations will change in reaction to that 250 gram rule, whether that will be actually decreased, because drones are going to start to get lighter and lighter. So the regulations are probably going to try to restrict drone use more. But from my experience updating DroneMate, I see that the cycle for a law to be proposed and a drone law to be changed, I see that that cycle is around 8 to 12 months on the very fastest. So when legislators start to begin to think that they need to change their drone laws, by the time that those drone laws are drafted and that they go through a process and then they become made publicly available and everybody agrees and all the forms of registration are made online, that entire process takes about 8 to 12 months. So even if this Mavic Mini comes out in October and it's announced and everybody gets their Mavic Mini in November, you're probably going to get a solid year where you can travel to a lot of countries without having to register your drone and be able to get some pretty good, I'm hoping, drone shots without actually having to carry around something that's as big and as bulky as this Mavic Pro. Although this is not a very big and bulky drone, you can collapse down the arms, obviously. But for most people, the smaller drones is where it's headed. And honestly, if they made something the size of the Mavic Air that could give me the quality of video that this drone could, I'd definitely switch. The big issues are battery life. So this gets about 20-25 minutes of battery life, whereas something like the Spark is going to give you about 18 to 15 on the spec sheet. And one thing I'll say about drone batteries is whatever it says on the spec sheet, minus that by 20%, because your drone is going to be beeping and you also don't want it to run out of battery. It's probably going to automatically land itself anyway. So any drone, if you look at the spec sheet, be sure to cut off about 20% from that proposed or that ideal battery life. For this Mavic, it's 28 minutes, but that really means about 20 minutes of actual flight time on a full battery. All of that said, if you wait long enough for any tech, you're obviously going to get better tech. But if you're shopping for a drone right now and you're looking at the Mavic, then I would say either go with the Mavic Zoom. If you want the high quality video, go with the Mavic Pro. If you really want to save some money, go and see if you can find the original Mavic or at least the Mavic Platinum on DJI's website. You can pick those up. So if I were you, if you're looking at the Mavic series, now is a good time to buy. Again, if you're looking at those very small, ultra small drones, then wait for the Mavic Mini, which is rumored to be announced on October 30th. And there have been some filings, some patent filings. So we have a pretty good idea of what we can expect with that new Mavic Mini. So there you have it. That's sort of the state of drones right now as far as DJI consumer drones are concerned. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below if you're shopping for a drone. If you have any questions about the Mavic Mini rumors, and what kind of drone you might be looking at in the next couple months. Let me know in the comments below, and while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll have new videos for you every week. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. So normally this is where either I have a blooper or I write something, I write like, thanks for watching, which thank you very much for watching. But I thought this time why not just ask you in person. Hit the like and hit that subscribe button. I'll have new videos for you every week. And I mean, probably like 2-3 videos on travel and tech every week, and they're free to watch. So just hit the subscribe button. Anyway, thanks for all of your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.